Oh, baby, it's fine.
I know, but I'm moving around.
But you. Okay, I'll stand up this way.
No! You're gonna show me.
No, I'm not. Now I'm facing this way so no one can see you. Wow, we sound like we're just this old arguing, bickering couple, don't we? Look, I have been doing videos on this channel for a very long time. And when I say that, I mean consistently. Like every day, there's something. You know, I might miss a day here or there, but come the end of the year, we'll be going into our 3rd year. There are over 1,000 videos on this channel. Like 1,500. And I've always been rather ambiguous with what my beliefs were, because I'm the kind of person who believes that my beliefs should be my own. You know, it's nobody's business what I think or what I feel or what I believe.
Are you doing? I'm not to cut
What?
you off, I'm so sorry. Are you doing one of those videos?
Doing what kind of video?
Like an in-depth video.
I don't want to be in depth. It's like I'm gonna talk for as long as I need to talk.
Okay.
That's gonna be my thing.
I was wondering, I was gonna come join you.
Oh please, pop on in. Asia might be joining us, guys. Yay!
Oh.
Like, I've never needed to run my beliefs past anybody for justification or for their acceptance. My beliefs are my own. And I've always lived by the idea that I wasn't taught what to think. I was taught how to think. So today, I am happy to announce that one of our dear, dear friends, my little sister, we won't call you out by name, Vanessa.
You are such a douche.
We won't call you. I have led my little sister to think for herself. Now, note that I didn't say I told her what to believe or how to believe or switch up her religions or anything. Here's my baby. I wasn't here to tell her what she should think or why she should feel a certain way. I just presented her with information. Oh, now I can come sit down. I presented her with information and she drew conclusions for herself. We compare it to pulling her out of the Matrix. And my heart is warm. My heart is warm and tingly tonight because this is a person, I care for her very deeply. This is one of my dearest, dearest friends. When we had absolutely no money, she'd be like, okay, here's some money, get some food. Here, I ordered you a pizza, eat. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to pay you back. And she'd be like, no, you're not. Like, this was... We adore this woman. It is beyond friendship. It is beyond family. I adore this woman. And it hurt my heart to see her, I don't want to say manipulated or brainwashed, but her entire life had been told what to think. So she was never really offered any alternatives. But today, offering her, oh, she's leaving. Oh, bye. Yeah.
No, I blocked you.
How you gonna block me from the booty?
But I did.
Oh. Today, I gave her an alternative. I just gave her something else to think about and allowed her to draw her own conclusions. It was very important to me. Yes, dear? Want me to turn?
I just don't want half. I don't want to scare people.
Oh, it's okay. I'll just turn the camera the other way. No, you're fine, baby. I just presented her with some things to think about. She thought about them and she said, wow, some of the things you said made a lot of sense. My heart is warm. My heart is warm and tingly because in my mind, I was absolutely right with my way of thinking. And it hurt me to know that she wasn't giving herself the credit she deserved. She had just gone through a really bad breakup. She was dealing with a lot of stuff. I didn't want to hit her with a whole bunch of shit at once, but it was important to me that she be able to think for herself. And today I gave her that option. Now, whether or not this is, a philosophy she chooses to adopt is completely up to her. She might change her mind in a few weeks, or maybe the consequences of this brand new way of looking at things the cost might be too high for her, and she might change her mind. But all I can do is say, I have pointed you in the right direction. I have shown you how to think. I didn't tell her, hey, this is a fact. I just said, well, what about this? hey, what do you think about that? Like my father did for me. My father was very deliberate. And man, I wish I had given him more credit because I had no idea what he was doing. But he really he'd give me a book and he'd say, hey, read this and tell me what you think of it. And then I would read it and then we would have a conversation. And I didn't realize that he was preparing me to think for myself. Like, I've always considered myself the black sheep of the family. My sister was the more successful one. You know, she went to college first. She had a job first, despite the fact that she was 5 years younger than me. Like, Trina was the breadwinner. Trina was the one. But Trina wasn't the one he was having the debates with. Trina wasn't the one he was giving books on Eastern philosophies and saying, hey, tell me what you think. This man was preparing me for something. And man, I wish I had given him his props while he was here. So now I'm able to impart that way of thinking on my wife, whom when I met her was diehard in one direction. But when presented with other things, she says, hey, that actually sounds a little better. And together, we have formed a whole new way of thinking because where I was 15 years ago, I'm not there. Where I was 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, I'm not there anymore. There's no destination here. There's just a journey of self-discovery. And as I move forward, I learn more about myself and I learn more about her and how the world works and how things are and how everything connects to everything else. My way of thinking is my own. Maybe one day I'll really sit down and get in depth with it, but probably not. But I'm proud to say that today, my little sister figured out how to think for herself and draw her own conclusions. Today, my little sister stopped drinking the Kool-Aid and me and my wife pulled her out of the Matrix. My heart is happy. My heart is warm. It's just so nice to know. I remember once I was at work. This was before I was a supervisor, before I had a truck. And I was walking back and forth across the station. And she and I were having a conversation. Now keep in mind that it was really more just texting because she was very introverted. She didn't want to talk on the phone a lot. So we would text and I was trying to get her to understand. It's like, look, I understand that your family pulled through a very hard time. But that was you. You did that. That was your strength. Nobody gave you strength. That was strength that you mustered up for yourself. And now she gets it. And my heart is warm. And it just really opens up the door for so many jokes. Because now I feel good. I know it sounds like I'm at a loss for words. I'm really not. I just feel so warm and tingly. My little sister is all grown up and thinking for herself. I love that. I really do.